Exclusive.
Hello, I'm Meg Mac and I'm here with RedEye. Got a show in Chicago tonight with Clean Bandit and I can't wait.
And oh, they're hunting me. So I'll go and I'll change my name.
Well, you just had an awesome time at South by Southwest, it seems like.
That's really good.
A lot of people were talking about you. Is there an untold story from that experience, something that really stood out, either as a performer or an interaction with the crowd?
I think I was shocked by the crowds because I thought it was going to be harder. Like I thought I'd have to work hard to get people's attention, but everyone was just in the best mood and like actually listening, and like I was pretty shocked by the audience. And then like lots of Australians were there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I had a few people like shouting out things.
What do Australians shout to identify themselves?
They would say things like Triple J, which is a radio station in Australia that I do stuff.
So what type of hard work were you expecting that you didn't have to do in terms of getting people to pay attention?
Just like performing and trying to like put heaps of energy and get everyone's attention to focus and listen. But yeah, it turned out to be like more fun than hard work.
Did you see any other shows where it seemed like that was necessary for the artist on stage? Because you have such an incredible voice. I feel like the second you started singing, anyone was probably like, never heard of her. Oh my God, this is great.
I don't know. I saw a few bands, but mostly everyone was pretty positive. But I didn't get to go out to like more party things because I kept having to be a nerd and go to bed so I could sing. 'Cause my songs are hard to sing.
How much have you seen people in tears at your shows, and how much can you tell if they're tears of joy or sadness?
I'm pretty sure the only person that's cried at my shows is my mum, probably. I've seen one person that was in the front and was like crying and singing along, but that's it. More like it breaks my heart.
To see them crying as they sing?
Yeah, because it's like emotional.
Is that a compliment though, that they would?
Yeah, definitely, because it means that makes them feel something, which is what it's all about, I guess.
Have you ever considered having like a box of tissues at the front of the stage just in case?
I don't know. Maybe if people started crying every time, I'd start bringing tissues for people. But hopefully I don't make people too upset.
You've been singing for a long time, it seems like. Can you think back of the first time you discovered... it seems like you knew that you liked singing, but what was the first time where you like did it and then you're like, whoa, this is not only fun, but like I'm kind of good? Or did you think that at first?
No, I just sang because I was obsessed with it, and anything I couldn't do, like if I heard a singer do it, I would be like, how did they do that? And I'd have to work out how to do it. But I didn't really, I guess when I started songwriting, like when I was about 17, that was the first time I was like, oh wow, this is like, it was kind of overwhelming to think of all the possibilities of things I could sing that had never been sung before. And yeah, it was like a mix of that and just like excitement. And yeah, I was like, wow. And it was really special, and then it meant more to me than just like singing and a challenge. It was like...
What do you mean when you say things that have never been sung before?
Because when you grow up singing, you listen to songs that you like and you sing them and you kind of try and mimic singers. I guess that's how you learn how to sing. But then when you're writing your own song, it's like no one's sung that line before, so you have to kind of make up how you're going to do it, and then you can kind of freak out with the like endless possibility of how to say one word. It's like, but it's kind of fun.
Well, I think that's awesome that you're thinking about that, because I think there are a lot of artists who actually don't care about originality that much. I mean, how many times do we need to hear people say the same lines about like, oh, I just want you to breathe, or put your hands in the air? I mean, we've heard the same things over and over again.
I guess.
I mean, do you think that's sort of a rarity at this point, that people are trying to actually care about whether something has been said before?
I don't know, that's just what I do. I can't sing something unless I mean it. Like I feel like a fraud. So I kind of have to put a lot of work into writing songs, because it's really difficult to perform, to stand in front of someone and sing and be like lying. So I've got to like really mean it.
So obviously people are only able to hear kind of a handful of songs from you at this point. Do you when you think ahead to the stuff that you're working on or that you might want to work on, do you see yourself ever writing songs where you kind of become characters? You know, obviously, like you said, you feel like a fraud if you sing something that you don't feel, but like,
Yeah.
could you write a song about a professional basketball player if you felt like you could understand where they were coming from?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like one day I'm going to be able to do that, but for now I think maybe I'm a bit self-involved. But I think definitely I want to like work on my songwriting so that I can kind of treat it like work and write songs and be better at like getting into other people's heads and stuff, because at the moment I'm a bit stuck in my own head. But
Have you always had this contrast between, you said that you're somewhat of a quiet person off stage and but a dynamic performer on stage. Have you always had this contrast, and what do you think comes out of you? Why is it that you feel comfortable in that major public setting and then with few people around you're just kind of more reserved?
I don't know, it feels so good to just sing, and I feel like I can singing lets me get everything out, and I'm not, like I can just be honest and just be myself. It's like when I'm talking in interviews and things, it's like I feel a bit like, I don't know, not as comfortable. I feel comfortable singing.
Why not just walk around singing all the time?
Because it would be really annoying. I do sing a lot at home, but probably annoy people.
Are you familiar with the show How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Have you seen when Marshall as he's doing household chores, he'll be like, making a sandwich? Is that the kind of way that you sing at home?
No, I wouldn't sing about, I just sing, not really singing my activities.
I don't think people would be annoyed if you walked around like Amy Adams in Enchanted and you were just kind of singing all the time.
Yeah, but I need to prepare what I'm going to sing and like make sure it sounds cool. Because if I was just singing like off the top of my head, it'd probably be really bad choices of melodies and words and stuff.
Why? Can you give an example of what you're thinking when you say that?
No.
I've seen a lot of people writing online stuff about like the search for the next Adele. How tired are you of those comparisons already? Not because you're not complimented, but just because like why do we always have to bring that up?
I'm used to it. It's kind of, I feel like I'm not the only one that gets compared. Like anyone who's new comes out and then people want to say what it is without saying that it's me. So, and I guess it's like same genre, same kind of big voice thing. So I don't know. I can see where it comes from, but yeah, it's not really annoying because lots of people like Adele, so hopefully lots of people will like me. Maybe.
Who would be someone that if they said it's the next blank, that would annoy you?
I don't know. Probably someone that I thought wasn't a good singer. I'd be really offended. But I'm not going to say. I don't want to get in trouble for saying something.
Well, you said that roll up your sleeves in some way feels like it was advice to yourself. But how often do you literally tell yourself everything is going to be all right?
Never. That's always someone else's job to tell you that. But when I'm like upset, I tend to like not tell anyone that I'm upset and kind of deal with it myself. And then roll up your sleeves, help me. And I kind of needed someone to tell me that everything was going to be alright, but I wasn't going to admit that everything wasn't alright.
Why not?
I don't know. Because I'm learning. I don't know.
Can people tell when you're upset though, or do you have a good poker face and they would never know that something was wrong?
I don't know. I've got that bitchy resting face thing, so I think most of the time people can't tell what I'm thinking, or they just think I hate them.
Has that happened before?
Yeah. Most of my friends say that they thought I was a bitch before they were friends with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because of...
Did you think I was a bitch?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
Well, you've said that singing really makes you feel good and makes you feel better. Can it be as cathartic to sing a happy song or a sad song? Most of the songs on the EP seem to kind of pull something really emotional out of you. Do you ever belt out a super happy song?
Haven't yet, no. I have moments of happiness in the songs. Like I feel in Roll Up Your Sleeves when I hit the chorus, I always feel really good. And then when you like, I feel like I kind of smile a bit, but yeah, I haven't really been. Usually, if I'm really happy and having a good time, I'm not thinking that I should write a song. Maybe I more use it to like help myself. That's how I started songwriting.
Right. Well, most of the best art comes from people who are miserable first, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, then, if you're having a great day, is it ever hard to get into that mindset of where you're performing these songs? Where you have to start from that low level?
Nah, I'm pretty good at like working out times to get in the zone. Yeah, got a few things I like to do.
What are your methods for getting in the?
I figured out one thing. It's kind of lame. I figured out if you don't go out on a Friday or Saturday night, you stay inside and you automatically feel like a loser. That's one of my things. It's where I live in Melbourne. It's like you can hear people partying, and then when you can hear people partying but you're not and you're by yourself, you're automatically going to let some things out.
So is that what you're thinking of before a show to get to that place if you need to? Because you don't have the luxury of choosing to schedule it now.
For a show, it's not like I enjoy shows and they're like it's a show and it's rehearsed and I kind of just enjoy singing. But songwriting, it's like this stuff doesn't exist yet, so it has to come from a place that is like natural. It's not got like lights and a band and stuff. It's just me.
So it's like, I really need to write a song in the next few days. I'm going to stay home for a couple nights, feel shitty, and get to a miserable place.
Sometimes, if I don't. But I find it really hard. Like, if someone was like, if you were like, you have to write a song today, I'd be like, I can't like, force a song. It just doesn't work. So some days I try and I'm like, oh no, not feeling it today. Maybe it's laziness, I don't know,
But then feeling sad about your inability to write a song could create the sadness that would allow you to write the song.
That's true. I should try that one. Haven't done that yet.
Well, I know you are going by Meg Mac partly because to avoid people mispronouncing your name, and that when you were younger, your mom had a song to teach you how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, she did.
Can you share with me how that went?
Yeah. I haven't done this before. I haven't sung this for a long time. So my name's McInerney, and the song went McInerney, like that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's cute. So that's how I learned how to spell my name.
My last name is Pais.
Pais.
We didn't have a song. It was
That's
too
easy.
short, I think, yeah. And now I kind of... Pais.
That's cool.
Totally going to steal your melody for my kids.
Well,
My
my mom's
non-existent
copyrighted
children.
that.
Did she?
No.
Damn it.
She probably stole it from somewhere, I don't know. Yeah.
Can you either quote a movie that you love, tell me the worst pickup line you've ever heard, or do your best impersonation that you have of somebody?
Do I choose one?
You could do any or all of those.
I'm going to choose the pickup line one.
Okay.
Once this guy on the street just came up to me and said, "Beer makes me do this," and kiss me. And I was like, whoa. Like, beer made me do this. I just blamed it on beer. And then thought he could make out with a girl by saying that.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No.
How did you react?
I just burst out laughing because it was so funny. And then he tried to do it to my friend.
He said the exact same line?
Yeah, then we were just next to each other, and then he tried to do it to her, but she was like, obviously just saw what happened, was like, who are you?
But did he re-say the line before kissing her friend, or he just went in for a
he
kiss?
said the same line again.
as if she hadn't heard him say it to you. That is outrageous.
I know, I still can't believe that happened.
What's something that you love when people do at your shows, and what's something you really don't like when they do at your shows?
I love it when people move. Like, there's nothing worse than like trying to move on stage, but everyone else is like this. So when people move, I feel like I move more, and you feel more like connected with them. And then I guess I hate it when people. I hate it when it gets to the silent bit of a song, and you're trying to be really dramatic, but then people are talking. That's probably the worst bit.
Is it ever okay for an artist to tell the audience, "Please shut up"?
probably. I did it once because I have the song with a loop pedal. And all these guys, like, they'll be nice, and they're like, I love you. I'm like, and talking to my sister, who's my backing singer, and they're just like, we love you. But I was like looping something, so I was like, I'm really sorry. Thanks for loving me, but do you mind being quiet? Because otherwise I would have just looped, I love you.
Every 30 seconds, I love you.
Because they were like, had really good projection in the front row, right near my microphone. So.
And were they respectful of that?
Yeah, because they loved me, so they'd do anything for me. No, yeah, they were fine. They were quiet.
If someone's screaming, I hate you, you can't really say, please, save it for the end of the show.
Well, you paid for a ticket, haha.
Is there an untold story from that experience, something that really stood out, either as a performer or an interaction with the crowd?
I think I was shocked by the crowds because I thought it was going to be harder. Like I thought I'd have to work hard to get people's attention, but everyone was just in the best mood and like actually listening, and like I was pretty shocked by the audience. And then like lots of Australians were there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I had a few people like shouting out.
Any other shows where it seemed like that was necessary for the artist on stage? Because you have such an incredible voice. I feel like the second you started singing, anyone was probably like, never heard of her. Oh my God, this is great.
I don't know. I saw a few bands, but mostly everyone was pretty positive. But yeah, I didn't get to go out to like more party things because I kept having to be a nerd and go to bed so I could sing. 'Cause my songs are hard to sing things.
What do Australians shout to identify themselves?
They would say things like Triple J, which is a radio station in Australia that, yeah, I do stuff.
So what type of hard work were you expecting that you didn't have to do in terms of getting people to pay attention?
Just like performing and trying to like put heaps of energy and get everyone's attention to focus and listen. But yeah, it turned out to be like more fun than hard work.
Did you see any
Exclusive.
Hello, I'm Meg Mac and I'm here with RedEye. Got a show in Chicago tonight with Clean Bandit and I can't wait.
And oh, they're hunting me. So I'll go and I'll change my name.
Well, you just had an awesome time at South by Southwest, it seems like.
Really
a lot of people are talking about. How much have you seen people in tears at your shows, and how much can you tell if they're tears of joy or sadness?
I'm pretty sure the only person that's cried at my shows is my mum, probably. I've seen one person that was in the front and was like crying and singing along, but it more like breaks my heart.
To see them crying as they sing?
Yeah, because it's like emotional.
They seem